All right. So the first thing I'd love to do this fine evening is to introduce you to our 5th Sunday Locker Plexus room with Coach Mike Listel. He is our senior Ruby ambassador, and I am honored to be a part of his team. He's been phenomenal as a coach, and I really appreciate just being a part of who he is and what he's been doing for Plexus. So thanks for having me today, Coach. So here's Mr. Coach Mike Listel. And you got to unmute.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Coach Mike. I'd like to thank all of our guests and ambassadors for sharing the next 30 minutes with us. I'm going to introduce you to Mr. Devin Crawford, who just won our Silver Star Award. We'll touch base on that a little bit later. And he's going to let us know, Dev, let us know about today's game plan. Go ahead, Dev. Is Devin inside the room? Is he in?
Yeah, he just has to unmute.
Devin? Well, okay, do we got him? Okay, I'll keep going on here. Devin's probably signing somebody up. So
okay.
We'll cover a bit about our Plexus company as well as our amazing natural supplements. As you listen, think how you could use this information for you and your loved ones. You have 3 ways to enjoy our products: as a customer, or a preferred customer, or as an ambassador eligible for wholesale pricing. 20 to 40% off. Right now, this is on sale throughout North America for $1 until March 31st, which usually is $53.95 in Canada and $39.95 in the United States. Remember, as you listen, the choice is always yours. Take it away, Doreen.
Absolutely. Thanks for that, Coach Mike. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go into the very first period. In order to do that, you have to get in the mood for the first period, don't you? So here we go. All right, thanks. Sorry about that. All right, in order for us to move forward from the first period, Coach Mike Listel, who do we have on today?
Well, we're gonna head into is Devin unmuted right now? Because I'd like Devin to tell everybody about the X's and O's of Plexus. So let's see, is Devin with us yet? You see if he's
I think I am.
Oh, there you go. Come on, Dev. Let's go, buddy. Letting the team down. You're going to be put on the 4th line pretty soon. Let's go.
All right, sounds great. Plexus, the company, was founded in 2008. They have a vision to build hope, health, and happiness so everyone can be healthier. They're open in 5 countries: USA, Canada, where I reside in Regina, breaking into Mexico, Australia, and sisterland, New Zealand. We opened in Canada in 2018 with warehouses in Calgary and Ontario. To get your shipping out to you fast, right now it's 2 to 3 days shipping.
That's awesome. We're going to head into our first period, and I'd like to introduce, I've never met this guy before, but this story is absolutely unbelievable. This next guest was a former carded Canadian international wrestler. He was a football player. He resides in Regina, Saskatchewan. We talk every single day. He is doing absolutely awesome. He is a Fast Start Senior Silver Ambassador. And Mike Stutzy, can you unmute yourself and let's share your story, brother?
Hey, how's it going tonight?
Awesome, Stutzy. You look great, bud. Go ahead.
You got to try, eh?
You look fantastic.
Well, I'm writing the story about my journey because of a friend. He explained to me that sharing my health story can help others and take the step to start their own journey. So here it goes. I was an active person. I played many sports, as many as I could as a kid. In high school, I joined the wrestling team. This led to many great experiences. I traveled most of North America. I experienced success provincially, nationally, and in international levels. In 1993, I got my Class 1 license and I went trucking. I put on approximately 2 million miles over the last 28 years as a professional driver. And trucking isn't easy on the waistline. I gained weight over time, and in your mind, you always got that, I'll just make a little bit more money or whatever that goal was, and then I'd look after losing the weight. That kept going on, and over the time, the weight developed issues like hypertension, knee problems, sleep apnea, no energy. I got to the point where it was affecting my work, my relationships with family and friends, and it got to the point I'd come home and literally go to bed. I never ever felt rested. I went to the doctor multiple times over the years with no resolution. The doctor would send you for blood tests and say, you're fine, you just need to lose some weight. Well, in July 19, I got in an accident at work and got sprayed with some liquid fertilizer, and I reacted really badly. I swelled up like a balloon. So when I went to the emergency room, they checked me over, and after a bunch of tests and ultrasounds, it was determined that it wasn't the fertilizer that affected me at all. This led to an appointment with a cardiologist literally 3 days later, and it turned into the fact that I had caught a virus. They think 7 to 10 years prior, and it caused my heart to enlarge, and it reduced my heart function down to 12%. This led to the start of some drug therapy, angiogram, and multiple tests. As it was determined that I needed a device installed in my chest called for resynchronization therapy, and it actually makes my heart beat every time. I had that surgery in June of 2020. I am in the process now actually of going through the retesting to see how much my heart function has improved since that device was installed. I started on a weight loss journey after my recovery from the surgery, and with my family doctor gave me some guidelines, and I began that on the 14th of September of 2020. By the end of November, I had managed to lose approximately 27 pounds, and then I stalled. And now that's nothing new that I've experienced in the past. I've tried and failed many times in the past trying to lose weight, and at this point, I knew I had to make a change. On Christmas Day, I saw a post about the pink drink, and I thought, you know what, this could be it. So I took the plunge. I got my product on January the 8th, and I started my Renew You Essentials program. I did my weigh-in so that I had my starting point, and by that point, I'd already gained another 5 pounds back. I got off to a good start, and I was losing about a pound a day. And 2 weeks into the journey, I got some texts and calls. A good friend, Brian Murray, he said to me, he goes, you must be feeling great. I said, the thing was, I wasn't. At that point, I lost about 15 pounds, but I was really lightheaded and I had really no energy. Thankfully, I'd made an appointment months earlier just to do with all my heart stuff, and I was going to see my doctor in a few days. And it turns out what it was my blood pressure had dropped so low from that I had never heard that doctor appointment before. He cut my meds by 75%. And then I started to feel the energy increase, and I actually started sleeping way better after that appointment. My blood pressure's come around to normal levels. And when I decided, that's when actually I made the choice that this, has got to be the real deal. This Plexus has done something for me that the doctors couldn't do in over 25 years. So I had been taking about three Advil 3 times a day for my knees, approximately 1,200 milligrams. That's been over the last 2 decades from carrying the weight. My knees are in bad shape. And I haven't taken one Advil since the February the 1st. My joints feel better, and I even gaining some flexibility back. It's a little hard to believe with a guy my size. But I'm not a small guy. I've lost 65 pounds total since the start of my journey back in September the 14th. I've lost 45 pounds since January 8th with Plexus. I still have a long road to go, but Plexus has changed my mind if it was even possible. I've set goals and achieved them, and now I'm setting new goals. That's never happened to me before, and man, I tell you, that puts a smile on my face. Not everyone would know what it's like to be the big guy, to go to a restaurant, not fit in a booth, not be able to buy clothes. Most stores I ever went into, the only thing that fit me are socks. So or even the fact of not fitting in a car. And I don't want to be that guy anymore. And Plexus has made that possible for me. Thanks to taking the plunge to Plexus. I have now had my energy back. I have a smile on my face, and I genuinely feel good. And all I can say to anybody else is who's ready to take the step. Thank you, everyone.
Mike, you did amazing, buddy. I mean, like this. Absolutely, Doreen. I love you, brother. Love you for sharing. I mean, we've been talking about this, and you're absolutely, that's rock solid, and you're going to help so many. You guys that don't know, Mike farms. He is a trucker. He was a nationally ranked carded wrestler. The influence that he's going to have in that community where guys and females are sitting so much in their rigs and, you know, in their farm, their combines and everything. Mike is going to be a man of influence, and I'm going to support you all the way through, and we're going to make a lot of those guys healthy again. So Mike, thank you for sharing your story. Doreen, take it away here. Let's remind our guests, sweetie.
Absolutely. Thanks for that. So we want to remind you that in order, if you are new to one of these calls, we want to ensure that you get your free gift. So I want you in the comments to type in your name, your full mailing address that's including a postal code or zip code if you're in the USA, and we will make sure to mail that gift out to you. Now, somebody's invited you here. We need that ambassador's name. So the individual that mentioned to come tonight, put their name in there as well, and we'd love to get you out that free gift. Now, if you're currently an ambassador or you've been to one of these calls and had something mailed out before, please don't put your information. Just join. It's the next best thing to do. So I think that what we're going to do is move into the next period, and I want to shake it up. So Mike, thanks for sharing that. I really appreciate all that you had to say. So valuable. We're going to move into the next period for you.
Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Second period. Oh,
all right, it's the second period. Mike, are you ready to do the introduction?
Yeah, I'd like to, we're going to go right into this next gentleman. He is, he did something really, really bold the other day. And I mean, it was unbelievable. I woke up and I took a look, and Trent was, he ripped off his shirt on social media, and he was proud to show off his new bod. And Trent Glover is a mortgage broker, working long hours, successful guy in Regina. And now he's going to share his story with us. Trent Glover, can you unmute yourself? Is Trent there?
I'm looking.
How about this, Dev?
Trent.
Dev, how about this, Dev? Let's backtrack for 1 second here. Dev, can you talk about our products for a second? We can make sure that Trent gets in. Go ahead, Dev.
I can definitely talk about our products. I just want to let everybody know back in, I think it was 88, 89, I actually beat Mike Stutt in an unprecedented wrestling match. There was no recording or no knowledge of it, but I think it happened. So I'm very proud of you, Mike. That's an awesome testimonial. All of our products are FDA and Health Canada approved. We work with a medical advisory board on all of our product formulation and are based on scientific facts and evidence. They're also backed by a fantastic 60-day money-back guarantee for all our customers. That's how confident Plexus is in these amazing natural supplements. And our products are focused on gut health, nutrition, weight management, along with body and brain energy. Hit it off, Doreen.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Actually, Doreen,
I know that I've seen Trent. He
he's
was here, I unmuted him, and now he left, and now he's come back. So drum roll, please. Can we hear you, Trent?
Trent Glover, go ahead. Let's hear this testimonial, buddy. This is awesome. Go ahead, brother.
Cool. I just changed to my phone too, because the kids are uploading games and bugging up my internet. So
real life.
Yeah, no doubt. So, well, I've been doing mortgage brokering probably, since about 2006. So you end up kind of sitting on your ass in the office all the time, right? You're not really getting the right food, and you're not really necessarily working out. So when back in the day, I did a lot of weight training to play football, but I ended up being 48, 270 pounds. I felt like crap. Still trying to play some sports with friends and that kind of stuff, but my knees just can't handle it anymore. So what would happen is I couldn't really push myself in the gym anymore because everything just ached all the time. And is around that December 21st, I was 270. Devin Crawford called me. He's like, I'm not saying you're fat, but you can certainly, trim down or, get a little more better shape. Right. And this is something that could help. So I said, you know what, I'll give it a try. So from that day, I was doing a little bit of keto because my girlfriend's on keto and she dropped 40 pounds. So I started to learn how to eat a little bit better. But I found that within that first week or so, I dropped 5 pounds. My knees started not to hurt as much. Quite a bit more energy for sure. But as I don't have the pictures, but if you can put them up, Mike, I don't really care. But within that time frame till I guess it was about the 15th, I dropped from 270 to 245, down from size 40 pants to size 36. I could do 40 minutes of cardio on my knees and it doesn't bother me. I haven't been able to wear a size 36 or 34 pants. It's grade 11. Like, it's insane. What I did feel that I was getting a lot bigger. So I was gaining muscle mass and losing fat. So it wasn't about, how many pounds would that be? 25 pounds. I'm sure I gained 10 pounds of muscle on that too. I've been trying to get back to some kind of normal shape for probably a decade. And like in 3 months, it's been more than I've ever been able to do. I also have my right shoulder, there's like no joint. So it's just bone on bone. So it gets really hard to lift heavy, but I'm lifting heavier than I ever could before. And that's where I'm thinking I'm seeing more change in my physique because I have more energy. There's no pain. I can just give her. So, I mean, I'm super thankful that Devin called me that day and just, it's like, dude, you got to try this. Right. So, yeah, hats off to him and talk to Mike that day too. And just something that I needed just that to push me over the edge. So, I mean, I try to talk to everybody about it. It's like, and they listen and they say, yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm like, you know what? Well, I'll show you some pictures then. Right. Because you can say it all you want and proofs in the pudding. So I can't go around saying it's awesome if I don't show it. So that's why I posted those pictures.
That's awesome, brother.
Yep.
Thank you. Amazing story. And thank you for
Yep.
being brave and doing that. And that's awesome that you're doing this in Regina. That's like my second city.
Nice.
It's awesome. Thank you. Well, let's
You're
get a little drum roll here going. So who wants to win some Plexus sports swag? I know everybody's been bugging me through Messenger. Krista Howland and Darlene Cornelius, my Plexus mom down in USA. Together we brainstormed the Plexus hustle dance. So what we would like is everybody, Marcia and Andre, you're going to be picking 4 dancers here, 4 people that are giving her here. I'd like everybody to get up. See full screen here, Doreen. Krista, you got some music going here for us? Let's get everybody up. Here we go. Devin? Here we go.
Oh,
Come on,
Jesus.
Glover. You got to do it here.
You're nuts.
We are nuts.
Go ahead.
I don't
Come on,
even remember
Marcia.
how to.
Go on, Crawford. You got to get up. What's going on, Dev? There you go. Oh, look at all the girls going. Come on, guys. We got to get some swag going here. That's awesome. Okay, I think we got enough there. I think we got enough for Marcia. What we're gonna do is next week that's awesome. Next week what we're gonna do is we're gonna announce our 4 winners. And I know Marilyn's been pumped to hand out our sports swag, so that's awesome. So Krista and Darlene, thank you for brainstorming that, all 3 of us together. It's been awesome. We've been waiting to get that down. And so now Krista's the sound person on that. So thank you, Krista.
Absolutely. I just remembered how to do the chicken dance right at the end. I'm like, oh yes. So next week I'm on.
Oh, yeah, but we're changing it up because next week it's the Macarena. So
Oh,
start
even
practicing.
better.
Okay, I'm gonna introduce my little brother. We've never met, which is unbelievable crazy. And we were on a call actually with Darlene in the United States last week, just letting the ladies down there know the mindset of the male. We talked about down there for about an hour with Darlene's line, Darlene Cornelius. And my little brother here, Brian Murray, attended Notre Dame, Apple Murray College in Notre Dame, 30 minutes outside of Regina. It's an elite hockey sport academy. I've never met Brian. I graduated in 1985, so I mean, I'm going to be 54 in a couple of weeks. Brian and Doreen graduated in 1992. There's a lot of Notre Dame hounds in this call tonight. I love seeing you, Dave Waddell. That is awesome that you're here tonight. And Coach Brian here, he is a superintendent and general manager of the Tabor Golf Course, just outside of Calgary in the Rocky Mountains. And he is going to talk to us tonight about our first star. And I use this product. I am 2 in the morning and 2 at night. This has helped me with my arthritis. And Coach Brian, take it away. He's going to talk about the Ease product. Go ahead, Coach Brian.
All right. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining the call tonight. Good to see your jersey, Ken, and Study. Great testimonial, man. Love you, bro. Same with you, Trent. There, I got my shout outs in. So tonight we're going to talk about Ease. So Ease has some really good advantages for people with arthritis and stiff joints. This really helps play a key role. It can enhance your mobility. For me, I use 2 in the morning and 2 after dinner. It has New Zealand green lift muscle in it, so it lessens pain and the inflammation. It helps with minor aches and pains, supports healthy joints, can enhance in mobility for those with sore knees at surgeries, can help fight arthritis, and it's a gluten-free product. That's tonight's first star.
Awesome, Brian. It's amazing. And I mean, like a lot of our hockey guys and our football guys that are in their 40s and 50s, all of us right across the board, we're using this Ease religiously. And, you know, when we're listening to our potential Plexus customers and you're listening to their, you know, where they are at this time in their health journey and what they want as a health goal, you know, often people that are in their 40s and 50s, 60s, I mean, this Ease product is part of the game plan. So thank you for sharing that, Brian. I am absolutely honored to go into our third period here, and I'm going to introduce this woman came into my life through Darlene, introduced us. She's in Darlene's downline in her team, in the United States, and she is also a coach. Her name's Coach Ruth Ahnen, I think is how I say that. Darlene was prepping me on that, so sorry if I didn't get that correct. She is a certified natural health practitioner. She is an elite swim coach, high school, and I understand with a number of different elite swim clubs as well. And I would like to introduce Coach Ruth Ann, and we've had a couple of deep talks. I'd like to introduce her. And first, Ruth Ann, what I'd like you to do is just share a little bit about yourself and share a little bit about how Plexus and your family, because I've heard some stories, you've shared some stories with me. I had Kleenex, so I'd like to introduce everybody to Coach Ruth Ann. It's an honor.
Thank you so much, Coach Mike. It is an honor and a pleasure to be on your call, and I hope that I can inspire and educate and give hope, because Plexus changed my life and it changed my family's life. A little bit about me: I have been a swim coach for a very long time, as long as I can remember, which I'm getting up there. But Plexus found me about 6 years ago. I am an athlete myself. In my late 40s, I did 50-mile ultra runs. I've been to Everest Base Camp. I've climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. In my 50s, I would consider myself an older athlete. And at 6 years ago. I'm 53, and it's like my health hit a freaking wall. I just hit it head on. I don't know, probably I was thinking menopause, I'm getting to that age, but hot flashes, joint discomfort, fluff around the middle. I couldn't lose weight. I'm a clean eater. I needed naps every afternoon. That is not like me. I am a go, go, go girl. And around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I would just crash. Needed that nap. Caffeine didn't really help that much. It helped for a little while, but then it would drop me like a bad date. So I forgot names. I had brain fog. And I thought to myself, is this what, my 50s and 60s? I still have so many more mountains to climb, distances to run. And I thought, it's done. I visited my my doctor, and she wanted to prescribe me drugs to fix me. She wanted to give me an antidepressant, use the side effects to fix some of my issues, and I'm not that girl. I am a as I said, I'm a swimming coach. I'm into nutrition. I've taken the classes. That was not an option for me. So lo and behold, God answered my prayer, and Darlene Cornelius called me. And we got to talking, and she says, you have to try this stuff. And I said, no, I'm already on a probiotic. I'm on supplements. I am taking the best of the best. They weren't doing anything, but I was taking supplements. So finally, you don't say no to Darlene Cornelius. You just don't. She does not take no for an answer. So I found the triplex in my mailbox, and it's the Slim, the BioCleanse, and the probiotic. It addresses inflammation, gut health, and blood sugar. And I didn't know it at the time. I now have it ingrained, but 3 weeks, the fog started to lift, and I noticed that the pain, the discomfort in my knuckles and my shoulders and my elbows and my knees were going away. I didn't even need coffee. I said bye-bye to my coffee maker. I've had energy all day. I was remembering my swim kids' names. My hot flashes were reducing, and that fluff that I had around the middle was kind of dissolving. And I'm like, what is going on? So before I was able to share with anybody, I wanted to find out, why are these products working so well? You know, I'm a researcher at heart. So got into learning about gut health, and I actually went back to school, and I got my certified natural health practitioner, and I finished my courses as a doctor of naturopath. And as I got deeper and deeper and deeper into studying why these products work, it all has to do with those 3 things. You got to get to the root: inflammation, blood sugar, gut health. You address those 3 things, magic happens in the body. It just does. And I'm sure there are many people on this call that have been able to give up some of those prescriptions. How many of you have been able to give up some prescriptions? Raise your hand if you're out there. Absolutely, look around. They say that for every prescription you can get off, you can add 3 years to your life. So it's super important. But the real testimony starts right now. And I want to share with you 2 family members. It's not just about me. When you say yes to these products, it is not just about you, but it's about the people around you. I know Coach Mike has affected a lot of people and changed many people's lives for the better by introducing them to these products. But when you can help a family member, you do not know what your family members are going to go through. I have a daughter. She's 30. She's amazing. She was born with a chronic illness. Her name is Katie. And 13 years ago yesterday, she had a kidney transplant. She's doing great. But the drugs that they put you on for those things can cause issues. And 4 years ago, in January of 2017, she was diagnosed with lymphoma. And it rocked our world. But amazingly, through all my research, because Plexus sent me on this path, I did a cancer coaching course. And so what I found out that's really important when you're going through cancer treatment is supporting the good cells in your body. Her oncologist okayed all of her Plexus products that she was on. And Katie was able, it'll be tomorrow that we found out she was healed from lymphoma 4 years ago. So we have some big dates right now. But through that, she was able to not have the stomach issues, not have the mouth sores, and she recovered very, very well from a lymphoma where she only had a 45% chance to live. She takes Plexus to this day to support herself. Her kidney function is great. She is doing amazing. And it's not just Plexus support, but it's everything. She also eats well and exercises, and that's been a blessing. Testimony number 2 is my wonderful husband who donated that kidney. He has irregular heartbeat. Like a lot of the guys on this call, his cholesterol was high, his blood pressure was elevated, and he went in for surgery for his irregular heartbeat and found out that he had a blood sugar issue. He had an A1C of 8.4, and it bothered him. And I looked at him, and here's what I want to tell every single one of you on this call. You are not your diagnosis. You are not. For those of you out there, I go, honey, you are not a type 2 diabetic. You have a insulin resistance issue that can be turned around. It can be turned around. And so for the next 3 months till his next blood work came up, he said no to the drug. The doctor, he said, may I try for a few months trying to turn this around? And the doctor said, okay. So Plexus played a very, very, very important role in that. He cannot live without the block. The block is an amazing product. But he was able, through diet, through Plexus products, was able to take his A1C from an 8.4 to a 5.6. He lost 30 pounds. His blood pressure came down. His metabolic panels all came down. And Plexus was an important tool in that. So when I say it's not just about me, but my whole family, and oh my goodness, the stories that I could tell you of the people that have been brought into my life and have been turned around through this product. It is, I can't say enough. So right now, what I want to share with all of you who are just listening in, who are been invited by Coach Mike or one of the other ambassadors on this call, thank them and say yes. Please say yes. Somebody in your life is waiting for you to say yes. They are. You can be a blessing to so many people. You can turn around your family. Listen, when I started on this, my husband said, I'm not taking that stuff. I am not. You do your thing, and I'm going to stay in my lane. My daughter, the same thing. But you know what? They're going to see how it helps you. Just by your example, you're going to be, you may change your family's life. And let me tell you, for those of you out there, some of your family members are going to say no, and that's okay. But maybe 3 years down the road, they might say yes. They might not ever say yes, but do yourself a favor and say yes. So that's my quick story. I know it took a little bit longer, but thank you, Mike, for that platform.
No, you are absolutely, thank you. We're honored. And if I can call you Coach Ruth Ann and Dr. Ruth Ann, and you know what, I would be honored for you to come and be our expert guest once a month. I want you on the show, and we want you here. And you know what, we're doing a lot of cross-border helping each other's teams right now, and I love it. And that's what One Plexus is all about. And when I got goosebumps right now, when you shared your story about your daughter, you know what, I'm a big sappy guy, and I'm telling you, that hit me in the feels as a father and as a grandfather. So, Dr. Ruth,
I would be honored, and as a swimming coach, and as my reputation is important, and I have to trust the products that I recommend, and I've done my due diligence in where they're made, the ingredients that are in them, and I 100% put the stamp of approval, and I can't wait to share. Whoops, my video came out, but I can't wait to share further, because you guys have no idea of the gold that you have at your fingertips. It really is gold. So, and one last thing. I love that I am associated with a company with so many giving people. Mike and I aren't on the same team, but I'll be there in a heartbeat for you, Mike. And that's what I love about Plexus, is we are one Plexus. And I know you guys are all wearing your jersey, but I'm on the best team in the world, Plexus. And it's awesome.
Couldn't agree more. we're thank you, and love it all. We're gonna head into our overtime here, and I reached out to our MVP guest tonight, Mr. Ken Reid, and he inspires all of us across Canada on his calls each week. He is the general manager of Plexus, and Ken, we're gonna give you the whole platform here, and you can just to start talking. I want to start actually with a question, Ken. We had touched on this during the last couple of weeks. What do you think of all of us guys, all of us men getting involved in Plexus? And let's start with a question and answer, Ken. Go ahead.
Well, Michael, you know what? This is absolutely amazing. I've been watching this group for quite some time now. Mike and I talk periodically through chat, and I remember when I first started at this company 3 years ago, Canada wasn't even opened, and I walked in and I thought, my God, I'm the only male in the entire company. And then all of a sudden, time passed, things have changed, and then Mike and Coach Mike's team was born. And as I said, we've been watching this for quite some time, and for the very first time, watching a group of really high-end athletes taking things in a very different direction with one goal and one goal only, and that is to make people's lives better from a health standpoint and from a financial standpoint. And this has been the target you guys have been following from the very get-go, if that's an accurate assessment of what I've seen just in the conversation here tonight, and also obviously some of the conversations that we've had. Before I go on though, I just wanted to point out one big thing here. This shirt that I'm wearing tonight is obviously for the purposes of making sure. Krista Howland and Devin Crawford called me and asked me to wear it. I know they're huge Canadian fans. So I was just doing that on their behalf. Yes, I'm born and raised here in Montreal and have always been a Habs fan. Somebody sent me a text today and asked me if I was a Toronto something fan. And I think I wrote back, I don't even know who they are, but that's just a different conversation. But yeah, this is a really exciting time for us right now, Mike, to see a group of guys, which originally started out as a group of guys, but as I'm seeing here, all of a sudden, and I said this to you personally, Mike, you've got a very magnetic personality. And you know what? People levitate to you. And that's what's amazing about the diversity on these calls and just the overall attitude and what's the word I'm looking for? Energy. It's incredible to see. It's incredible to watch. You know, Mike, your team has done incredible things in a very short period of time. And as you and I have discussed on numerous occasions, this doesn't happen by having one person. This takes a team. You know, they say it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it takes a team to build success. And, you know, for those of you who are heavily into sport and have played sport at higher levels throughout your lives, or just being successful in business, same concept. I mean, it takes a team to be successful. And I think what has been demonstrated here repeatedly, and listening to Mike and Trent and, you know, Ruth Ann, I mean, this is all about community. And this is what this company has been built on. And it has been the success of this company. And for us to keep going down that road and getting on this call tonight and seeing just an incredibly amazing group of people, all just having fun, enjoying themselves, sharing. And again, to Ruth Ann's comment, these aren't people even on the same team, but that's the community at Plexus. And that's why I think we've had the success that we've had in such a short period of time. I'm super excited about Mike, Coach Mike's team, and everybody on this call. I know we've got an incredible future. I'm so happy to see that I'm not the only guy at Plexus Canada anymore, I must tell you. And it's just so exciting to see. And I can't wait to see just how many more people you impact from a life health standpoint and from a financial standpoint as well, Mike.
Thank you, Ken. I have one more question for you. And I mean, this team is on fire. And I mean, we're going to have a couple of rubies, senior rubies. Like there's probably going to be 4 or 5 at that level in the next 1 to 2 months. Probably another couple of emeralds in the next 2 to 3 months. This team is going emerald in probably 2 to 3 days, which is I never knew how special that was, but I mean, this team is on fire right now. And you know what, back in December, when we brought in 52 brand new ambassadors, I thought, wow, that's amazing. And then January, 56, February, 129. I think we're at about 170. And our captains, our team captains, you know, we set the goal at 200 this month, and I think we're going to be about 250. So, I mean, like this team, it is one star, one superstar after another. But you know what? We truly work together, and that whole sport concept with the head coaches and in our locker room and the platform. I mean, we've all done this together, and we've created this together, and it's been awesome. I got another question for you, Ken. What's on the horizon? Like, where do you see the future of Plexus? What's on the horizon? Like, where do you see everything going now?
Well, you know, as I said, I started here 3 years ago. Canada was not even open. It was a labor of love to get Canada open. And then since opening Canada in March 2018, we've opened Australia, and we've also opened up Mexico. You know, a lot of people keep asking about countries and where we're going from a growth standpoint. You know, I think sometimes you've got to slow down to go fast. And I think the biggest thing for this company right now is we've grown exponentially very, very quickly. And you know what? Sometimes the car that you're driving isn't going to get you all the way to where you want it to get to. So you need to kind of stop, get it fixed, do a lot of renovations to that car. We'll call it renovations. But ultimately, in the end, if we look at where we have gone and where we'll be going down the road, it is all about making the experience at Plexus as simple and easy and as, you know, at your fingertips as you can possibly be. There are so many things going on right now from an internal standpoint, from a system standpoint, from the way we see our back office to the way we see our website. These are all things that are coming down the pipe. I'm not going to give you dates specifically to that, but honestly, I've seen gone through the walkthroughs, done the back office and reviewed so many things. And looking at from a product standpoint, some of the new products that we've got coming down the road, think about the fact that we are a 99% female-based company. So you can be thinking about types of products that are going to be very, very helpful to, you know, the ladies in our lives. And again, these are cutting technology. They are absolutely phenomenal products. Everything I've seen, everything I've read, and everything that I've been given as far as educational pieces has been absolutely incredible. So, I mean, there's a lot of really good things coming, not only from an operational standpoint, but from a product standpoint. If we want to look at expansion, expansion isn't going to be quite as aggressive as we have been in the past. And that is strictly and solely because, you know what, we need to hone the experience that everybody gets. We need this to be a one-touch type of business, whether you're on your iPhone, whether you're on your iPad, whether you're on the computer, whether you're on your Galaxy S10 or 20 or whatever, whatever kind of phone you've got. I mean, this is all part and parcel of how we evolve into the 21st century, even more so than we already have. As I said, a lot going on, a lot coming. When I first came to this company, I thought to myself, wow, they've really grown quickly. And yes, they had. And you know what? We had some growing pains even when we opened up. And you know what? We've worked through them, we've gotten through them, but there's still things we need to fix and still things that we need to get better at. And all of those things, we've got an incredible team down in the US right now, coupled by the group that we have up here in Canada that have worked tirelessly to really bring so many good things that will be coming to market in the coming weeks. You know, we've got convention coming up in the month of June, and I would absolutely 1000% encourage you to be there. Going to be some great news. We're going to have some global announcements that touch all countries, and that's something new that we don't normally get to see in the Plexus world. But this year we will have some really great announcements that will be global. And again, being a US based company, historically what happens is US will come first and then everybody else will follow. But it's also about planning. And planning is the most important part of driving and building businesses and momentum. And what we've gotten better at, we're not perfect, but we've gotten better at, is the planning process. And I think the group that we've got here right now is very much driven by the whole drive to make sure that everybody's kind of syncing up. So for those of you who don't understand product development, one of the things and one of the challenges we have in Canada is the fact that it takes us approximately 270 days to bring a product to market. That's going through the Health Canada process. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I think we've made some great adjustments externally from some of the companies that we're using to make sure that we get our products to market. Are we always going to be 100%? No, we're not, but we got to be honest and straightforward. We will always bring incredibly amazing products to the Canadian market. We are, and I'm going to use this one as an example, ProBio CA. ProBio CA ultimately is the next generation ProBio. So we had over the course of the last couple of years, when we could actually travel, a number of US ambassadors, diamonds, come up and travel with us and present. And ever since those people have come to Canada, I'm shipping ProBio CA to the US. So, it goes to show you how products will evolve. Even existing products today, you'll start to see them evolve into even more powerful than what we already have learned and experienced with those products. So a lot of really good things going on. Before I just jump off here, it's just one of the things is I think everybody on this call needs to understand is this is one of the fastest, if not the fastest growing group, not just in Canada, not just in Canada. And I'll repeat that, not just in Canada. So you know what, Mike, what you and this team have done is short of a miracle, to be honest with you, number one. And number two, the fact that everybody is just having fun sharing, supporting each other, and demonstrating the One Plexus family attitude is ultimately the reason for so many people's success. So keep doing what you're doing. Don't deviate. Just keep doing what you're doing. Senior Ruby, how quickly was that? Number one. I know we've got some more people that are going to move up the ladder in the next couple of days, weeks, and months. And we can't be more proud of you and your team because you guys have done an exceptional job of really taking something and turning it into something absolutely incredible. So congratulations.
Thank you, Ken. It's humbling, very, very humbling. And, we knew what we were doing as a team was special. When the stuff came out last Thursday, all the recognition awards, and I was going through everything, we just didn't know how special. And thank you for confirming that because our captains, we are super proud. And the assignments that we've given this weekend out to our team have been magnetic, and the team camaraderie. And one of the stories you heard tonight with Mike Stutt, this team, it is, like I said before, what we used to have in that arena, that basketball court and the football field, we've taken to the business world. And it is, wow, it is a wow. And I am so proud to have locked arms with this group of women and men, because like Doreen, we've got a lot of high-end athlete women on this team too. So Ken, thank you for your time. Thank you for answering those questions. And you know what, we look forward to having you back as a guest on this show. And who's your favorite jersey there? I got that for you. That's the old Montreal Canadian dressing room. My old coach, Terry O'Malley, actually got us. Hey, rocket. That is awesome. When I was playing for the Notre Dame Hounds.
Again, that's just for Krista and Devin.
There you go. When I was playing for the Notre Dame Hounds, the head coach of the Montreal Canadiens was Bob Barry. He was teammates with my coach, Terry O'Malley. And they played on Team Canada together in the Olympics. And so when we were in Montreal, we were playing in St. Leonard against Pat LaFontaine in a tournament out there. And it was an Alfie Turcotte, Darian Hatcher. It was, Wendell Clark and all of us against the big team out of Detroit CompuWare. And Bob Barry got to practice in the old Montreal Forum. We got to go in Montreal Canadian dressing room. So that's the old one that we were in right there. So that's there for you, brother.
Did you ever play in the Pee Wee tournament in Quebec City?
1,000,000%. And I could actually share a story there. My left winger was John Ferguson Jr., who was the general manager of that team, Toronto Maple Leafs. And his dad was the big enforcer for the Montreal Canadiens. So when we were there, we actually lost out in the semifinals there, but the publicity and the press that our team got because of John Fergie Jr., because of who his dad was amazing. And we actually played against Keith Gretzky, and we hung out with Walter, you know, rest in peace, Walter, an amazing man, and Phyllis. We actually hung out because they were friends with the Fergusons. So anyways, Ken, thank you for your time. It's amazing to let us know what this team is really, really doing. I'm going to let Coach Brian quickly. Coach Brian, let's tell all the new people that are here watching 3 ways to enjoy the benefits of Plexus. Go ahead, Coach Brian.
Okay, sounds good. Hey, thanks, Ken, for coming on. That was great. Go Habs all day. 3 ways to get your Plexus. You can go online. You can pay it full price and you just buy it online. Or you can become a preferred customer. You can save 10% on all your orders that you get delivered to your house. Third way is you can enroll as an ambassador. And then you get to enjoy wholesale pricing all year. It offers you the best deal right off the hop to help you on your wellness journey. You can also learn to receive your products for free. So, and that's called the Plexus Friendship Bonus. You learn to share with 3 friends in the first 30 days of starting the products. This could be a plan B or C for you, an extra way to earn some income. And for some people, it could be a plan A. And it's all backed by a 60-day money-back guarantee. Thanks, Coach Mike.
Thank you, Brian. Everybody, I know we went a little bit over in tonight's call, but I'd like to thank everybody for their time tonight. And remember, the choice is always yours. Please get back to the ambassador who invited you for more information. Share your health goals, and they'll give you some options to reach the finish line and feel like all of us. We love making getting healthy fun. Healthy can be fun, and that's what we do with Plexus. Right now, everybody, you know what time it is. Everybody go get their fur babies. Brian, get your fur babies. Cat, dog, hamster, get your fur babies. We call this the Paws of Hope Shake. This is another way to support each other in our loving Plexus community. Slim Daisy here came into my life 3 months ago, and she's been very therapeutic for me. Last year, my family lost our 2 fur babies, Cabo and Coda. They are both Dobermans. They were my accountability running partners that would grab their leashes every morning and go, hey, coach, let's go, Dad, for a run. They helped get my butt back in shape. So everybody pick up your fur babies and let's have a virtual fur baby meet and greet. The Shake a Paw, Plexus style. There you go, Big Brian. That's awesome. On behalf of our team, I want to thank you all for attending our Game 5 of the Plexus Locker Room. I'm Patricia Catherine Listell's little boy, and I'm darn proud to be a Plexus Senior Ruby Ambassador. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. See you all next week, 1 hour later. I'm Coach Mike. Love you all. Cheers, Plexus style. Awesome.
Go Bruins! Go Bruins!
Oh, guys.
Look at you now.
Go!
Go team, go.
Go, Leafs, go.
Good job, boys. Good job,
I
everybody.
have the cutest dog ever.
I got the cutest.
Good job, guys.
Thank you, Ken.
Good job.
Good night, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Lars. Thank you, Andre.
Great job, Doreen.
Yeah, good job, Doreen.